incredible highs coupled with some points where we were not so successful, but we never lost our ambition. We always rebuilt, and from that point onwards to where we are today, never lost sight of our goal, to get back on top. That has come in various iterations throughout our history. In 2021, on the final lap, at the final race of a season in Abu Dhabi, seeing Max win his first world title completely against the odds was a huge moment. It came after the most intense battle in F1 history. Another, which incidentally also came in Abu Dhabi, was when Sebastian won the title in 2010. That was the team's first Drivers' Championship title, and again, it was won with such drama against all the odds in the final race of a campaign. Another moment I will never forget. I have been there for all the races, all of the wins and all of the losses, and I enjoy each race now just as much as I did from day one. Formula One was always my goal and ambition. I was always determined to make a success of it. With the benefit of experience, you learn how to deal with some of the emotions. You mature. But the excitement of going racing, the passion and competitive spirit, it never gets old. It's just the same for me now as it was 20 years ago. I am absolutely sure that later in life, when we look back at what we achieved in our years, we will all say that was a heck of a lot in a pretty short time frame, especially if you were to look at statistically where we sit among some of the great names and teams in this sport. That is something that everyone can be proud of. However, what really is exciting is what lies ahead of us. We have a colossal task with new engine regulations in 2026, and that has seen the team focus on many aspects behind the scenes with Red Bull powertrains and our partnership with Ford. Red Bull Racing continues to grow its wings, and I trust that Dietrich is looking down from wherever he is now and smiling at what we have achieved together. Thank you, Didi. Chapter 1. No Risk, No Fun. 2004. Christian Horner, the Red Bull Racing Team principal, is sitting at a table on the top floor of the team's Holzhaus, the largest of the motorhomes in the Formula One paddock. He is surrounded by journalists, their dictaphones splayed out across the table, looking to capture his words. His driver, Max Verstappen, has just won the 2023 Austrian Grand Prix. Outside, on a grass verge, a twin-engined helicopter has landed and is being loaded with VIP guests looking to make a speedy exit from the Red Bull Ring. The sound of the engines increases as the pilot deploys the throttle for their departure, making it near impossible to hear Horner's answers. Once it has departed and it is quiet again, there is one clearly audible comment that perfectly encapsulates the spirit behind Red Bull Racing. No risk, no fun, he says when asked why the team gambled on pitting Verstappen from a comfortable lead on the penultimate lap. Verstappen had been ahead of Charles Leclerc by almost 25 seconds, and the time lost in making the pit stop was around 20 seconds, even disregarding the potential for a mistake from one of the pit crew. However, the fresh tyres would allow Verstappen to set the quickest lap of the race, earning him a bonus point, and ultimately he still finished just over 5 seconds clear of Leclerc. A stunning weekend from Max, said Horner, and the first time we've been back here, to the Red Bull Ring in Austria, since Dietrich Mateschitz' passing. It felt very poignant, but it was a great team performance. We decided to go for the fastest lap on the last lap, despite the risk involved in fluffing a pit stop. And it was at the back of my mind that Dietrich's mantra was, no risk, no fun. If one comment captures the spirit behind everything the Red Bull Racing Team stands for, it is this. Formula One teams are rarely started from scratch. They simply evolve. The staff, factories, equipment and cars all remain in place. It is the ownership that changes hands. But there was something different about the deal that saw Red Bull founder Dietrich Mateschitz purchase a failing Jaguar team on the 15th of November 2004. The Austrian billionaire's energy drinks company promised to bring a fresh presence to a sport that had been dominated by automotive, oil and cigarette companies. Red Bull was an exciting brand that was at odds with the traditional ownership model for F1.